Welcome back to part 5 in my 100-year-old home renovation series. Today we're going to be revisiting the garage to clean up the interior and do some landscaping on the left and right side of the garage. For those that missed part 1, we framed and added support walls inside of the garage to help hold up the floor, the second story floor, I should say. But for this part, we're going to be cleaning it up, getting it ready for part 3. But I am going to move to my notebook so we can detail out what the garage is going to look like through parts 2 and 3. And then we'll move into the time lapse. So look at the time key in the bottom if you want to skip the notebook and go right to the time lapse. But yeah, we're going to go down here. All right, so for this garage build, I've broken it down into 3 parts. Part 1, which is already up, you can see is the first step, so you can go watch that. Part 2 is what we're going to be going through throughout this video. We're going to be cleaning up the inside left and right side of the garage. So that will be this video, and then the next video will be designing and building the interior. So what does the interior look like? Well, we have 4 garage doors in total. And then we can divide this up into 4 quadrants based on the center beam of the garage. So we have the center beam of the garage. What we're going to do is we're going to split the garage right down the middle. We're going to have this quadrant be for our cars. Allows for 2 parking spots and leads to the, obviously this all leads to the driveway, but this back spot is where we're going to have our workshop. We already have a bench set up here and a bench set up here. We're going to add the metal shelf in back here. Move the old shelf over here, and then we have our staircase up to the 2nd floor that is entered from this direction. And then the front left area right up here is going to be our hangout space to put a projector screen in here and then have a projector mounted to the ceiling with a projector that comes down. Place to host. So this is kind of how we're going to lay out the garage. Again, we will be landscaping this side and this side. Today's back section of the garage, so follow along the rest of the video and stay tuned for part 3 where we actually do some interior builds for the garage. So these old owners planted these grapevines that spanned the entire side of this garage and also in the back of the house, if you remember. Look at the size of these roots. No wonder the garage is moving. I mean, they're probably growing under the garage right now. So I don't know where this one even fully goes to. We can dig it up right now and see. Definitely broken. Who knows how far it goes? It might go all the way down here. That's why this is lumpy. But it's out. So now that this is out, you can kind of keep cleaning this up, get the rest of this over here, and then smooth everything out, get everything into bags. All right, this is coming along really nicely. I think I'm gonna just rake the rest of this for now. And then I'm gonna start moving the rocks from over there onto the side of this house, or the garage, I should say. And then from there, we'll leave this for now. We'll see if I end up getting to the back. I'm not even sure what to do back here, to be honest. Back here, it's kind of a mosh pit. I don't know what animals are back there either, so we'll see. Maybe I'll start on the other side and work my way to the back, but we also have all of this vine overgrowing from the neighbors. But I'm gonna keep moving along with this right now. All right, big rocks going here, and we're gonna put those stones, smaller rocks right here. Make a little bit of a wood pile and then little pebbles along the sides so we can actually, this is basically just gonna be organizing, moving this big pile of rocks that's over there. I'm gonna keep doing that, but my phone's gonna die, so we're gonna do a all right, welcome back. It's Friday. It is my day off, so we are going to attempt to tackle this mess. We're gonna try to get the landscaping around the right side of the garage done. We're also gonna clean this up, get this ready to do some of the builds that we wanna do in here, give us some more room. So yeah, follow along throughout the day. We're gonna get all of this wrapped up and hopefully be able to move on to some fun projects. For starters, we got this shelf. It was actually given to us by the neighbor. We're gonna be using this as storage over that old one that came with the garage. So we're gonna get this whole area cleaned up, reorganized onto the shelf, all the tools, bags, all of these bags hanging onto the shelf. So that's gonna be first plan of action, but yeah. All right, so shelf is in place. We're gonna use one shelf, probably the bottom shelf for camping, the middle shelf for tools, smaller tools, other supplies, and then the top shelf will be for bags, items that are used less often. So yeah, we're gonna get these three, get all of this crap off the floor so we can actually start working in here a little bit. All right, we got a lot of stuff here on the shelf. Didn't know I had this much junk. So we're gonna start organizing this wood. All right, well, we are organized. I decided I'm just gonna leave this wood here because might use the bowling alley, repurpose it, make it a bar top, so maybe we'll see that in the future. But yeah, this is all organized and I am going to move on to the outside. Let's do that. I need to run to Home Depot to get more paper bags and some other stuff. So yeah, we're gonna go do that, but I will see you guys soon. All right, so we're gonna tackle this all the way back there. gonna try to figure out what is going on over here with all of this brush. Just get it leveled again so we can start fresh, just like we did over there a couple of days ago. So enjoy the time lapse of me cutting down this tree. All right, well, obviously we're getting down to a lot of pebbles and stones. Yeah, this back part seems like it was actually used a lot and then just got overgrown when they stopped maintaining it. Also, this is not from my house, this is from them. So gotta talk to them, figure out, because it's growing up onto the roof, which is probably causing some of the problems in the garage. So gonna figure that out, gonna get that all squared away, but we'll do that in a later date. But I want to get the rest of this bagged, obviously all of this cut up, and then yeah, this side will be all done basically. Alrighty, and just like that, we're all cleaned up. Still gotta spray some weed killer back there, but part 2 is done. The cleanup is just about done. The inside is clean, the outside is clean, the back, I have to deal with the neighbors, so that will be a whole different part. I'm gonna do that at another time. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, part 2 is done. The inside of the garage is cleaned and ready for some new projects. So like we talked about in the beginning of the video, stick around, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.